Hey guys, so is this one thing creating some chaos or some distance in your relationships? And this one thing is when we need to speak to our partner and one of us has our face buried in the phone, looking at something else instead of looking our partner in the eye, giving them our full presence, our full attention. Or how many times do you see families out at dinner and almost everyone at the table, if not everyone at the table, is looking down at their phone and scrolling when they're supposed to be having dinner together? I saw this the other night. Gibran and I had gone out to dinner and this beautiful couple came in with their lovely, gorgeous daughter, who was probably around, 10 or 12, and they sit down and mom proceeds for the next 15 solid minutes to have her face in the phone while she's out at a restaurant. Her little daughter was trying to get her attention the entire time, and I'm watching all of this, and not only that, I could feel the energy. I could feel what this little girl was making this moment mean. No one listens to me, no one pays attention to me, no one loves me, etc. These moments where I've had my partner say to me, "You never listen to me. No one ever listens to me." And I took a fucking pause. I was like, whoa, that is not how I want my partner to feel about me, to feel about our relationship. And I know enough to know if he continues to feel that way, we're fucked at some place down the road. We are screwed. And so within myself, I made the decision to start to listen. I mean, really listen. Like if he bombs in my office, I'm in the middle of something, he needs my attention, he needs to speak to me, I put down what I'm doing and I give him my full attention. And you know what? I haven't heard him say that to me in quite a while. You never listen. You never listen. And he was making that mean a lot of things. She doesn't love me as much as I love her. I'm not worth it. I'm not worth it that she can't even give me her attention when I'm speaking to her about things that are meaningful and important to me. And so there's this massive disconnect happening in our relationships. And part of it is rule number 1, put your fucking phone down. Put your phone down. If your child is pulling on you, trying to get your attention, and you've got your face in the phone, we're teaching our kids a whole bunch of shit that we will not like the results of in those moments. From doing a ton of work in relationships with couples, this one thing occurs, which is always fascinating to me, which is, at first I see them as a couple, and then I'll see them separately, and then I'll see them as a couple again. It's just the way I like to work. And when I have them alone, or even sometimes when they're together, I'll listen to one person, like, what are you feeling? Are the, things in your relationship that you're kind of at your wit's end with? Whatever one of the people say, she doesn't listen to me. She doesn't see me. She's always trying to change me. Whatever they are, I'm just using those as examples. The other person will tell me those exact same things about mate number 1. So it's interesting that people will go into a situation for healing or coaching or, whatever you want to call it, and they both feel the same way about the other. Stop and think about that for a moment. Like, that's interesting. How could that be? Well, what I say to that is, how could it not be? How could it not be? And to have this understanding that if what, like, you know, when I know when I'm getting frustrated with my partner or things, I can bet all the money I have that he is frustrated with me. We're mirrors for each other. And I've never found it across the board for 2.5 decades of doing this work. I've never, ever met a couple that he says one thing, you know, she does this or she doesn't do this and da 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 da, and she doesn't say the same exact thing. Which makes the issues in a relationship a little more simpler in that, okay, let's get down to what we learned in kindergarten, which is how do we want to be treated? And how we want to be treated is how we need to show up in our relationships and treat the other person. Treat the other person the way you want to be treated. Remember that? Like, we learned that when we were 4 or 5. Somewhere along the line, we stopped caring and we stopped doing that. And we expect, you know, love begets love. Love begets love. We want to feel loved without letting our own armor down to give and receive love freely. So we say we want love, but we're actually blocking it and shutting it down and not giving it. So yeah, I just wanted to jump on here and be like, you know what? If all we do are put our phones down, look each other in the eye. You know, when someone's sharing their pain or, you know, their past or something that's going on, hold space. And that means don't pick your phone up, and you don't have to fix their stuff, but just holding space and listening, like truly listening. And you know that feeling when someone is really listening to you. In that space where the person's really listening, they're really seeing you, they're really, even if they've never had the experience, they can imagine what it's like. That creates a healing container. Just doing that. Again, we don't have to know the answers. We don't have to fix it for them. Just show up and be present. Look them in the eye. Put down your phone. Yeah. And if you have, hey Carol, I see you on here. If you have anything you want to share or any like little bits of wisdom that through your life experience have worked for you, please share, because we're all in this together. And the thing is, now with all the technology, we're way more disconnected than we've ever been. We're starving for connection. We're starving for intimacy. We are starving for love. So where can we start today to show up as that for those we love so that we can, in fact, receive it back? And if we're not receiving it back, then it's time to evaluate, am I really partnered up with the right person that can, you know, help fulfill my needs, that gives a shit about my needs? Let's start there. Like, God, that's like a victory right there, to find someone that, like, they care. They care about your pain. They care about what you've been through. They care about your hopes, dreams, goals, desires, and they're willing to support you no matter what. We can all have that. I have that now. After kissing a lot of frogs, being through a lot of toxic relationships, a lot of abuse on all levels, sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. And there was a time when I just didn't think sacred love, divine union was in the cards for me. It's in the cards for anyone that wants it. I had to become my own best friend, learn to give myself what it is I need without looking for it outside of me and putting that expectation and burden on someone else. And then my king arrived.